All right, so we have some problems that are a little trickier than some of the others because the order of things are switched a little bit. So we are being asked to factor.
1 yard is 36. 2 yards is 72. So we have 21 over
We're being asked to factor both of these terms. And right now you can see that we are starting with a 1,
so it goes in twice,
and we have
carry the 1,
our quadratic term listed last.
So
now,
7
there are a couple ways I could think about this. First, let's think about it as a divided rectangle, because that's sort of the easiest way to think about it.
35.
So I have my divided rectangle here.
Not her best effort,
and we've always put this,
but she got a little bit wiser and decided to study the
right
next time.
The first rectangle. And so let's continue doing that.
Not too shabby.
Incidentally, what times
she's
what
feeling
is
full
1?
of herself, so she didn't study as much, but
this is not a trick
she did
question.
The second time, but more than the first time.
Yes,
and she got a 35.
1 times 1. So we know this is going to be 1.
One
we know
last final exam, which was worth 100
continuing
points.
our divided rectangles, we're going to take this last.
She needs to get on it so that she can get an A, because if she doesn't get an A, then her mother will be really, really mad at her.
Squared.
So she has to figure this out.
We are going to multiply the two numbers together.
We have
and
35
the sum of
plus
these
35
two areas
70
should
70
equal
plus
5x.
35 is 1.
Well, what times what is 36?
Plus my x. Do I know what x is?
6 times 6.
I don't know what x is.
We're going to quickly see the limitations
by the
of the area model here.
Which is,
so we have 6 times 6.
I'm going to do it this way. So
what
40
is,
plus 40
well, but wait a second, wait, time out.
Time
Hold the phone. I agree. 6 times 6 is
130. Thank you.
Something like
and
this.
Then 130
how do we get the
plus
x squared?
Is
Charlie?
230.
Oh, okay. So we have 6x
so this
times
is equal
6x.
to
Because x times x is
9 out of 10? Well,
x squared. Okay, great.
90 out of 100.
But wait a second. Is 6 times 6... No,
so then,
no.
I can treat this as a proportion.
No, one's negative and one's Cooper. Okay, one's Cooper.
So I have
one's negative, one's positive. Right, Cooper? Okay, cool. All right.
9.
So the area of this rectangle right here is
times 108
plus
x.
The area of this rectangle.
So I get 1,080.
Positive 6x. What is 6x minus 6x?
10x.
0. Do we have a 0 here? No, so this doesn't work. Which means we need to come up with another rectangle.
Right, carry the 2, that's 18, plus 2 is
And obviously
20.
you're going to see why we don't like rectangles in a hurry. What?
1,000.
Can we have another version of what times what is
and I get
36x
10x
squared?
is equal to 900.
What is another version? What times what is negative 36?
Uh-oh.
Charlie!
Carmen is in a little bit of trouble.
Negative 12
needs to
times
get
3.
99 if she wants to.
Now we get 3x, we get negative 12x, and 3x minus 12x is not 5x, is it? So we can draw another rectangle.
A line has a slope of
Does anybody really want to draw another rectangle?
3. If the points 3, x and 6,
not really.
negative 2 are on
so
the
that's
line,
why
find the
we
value
came
of
up
x.
with this idea of the factor
So we have
sum table.
X.
And we're looking for factors of what number here?
5, 6.
Negative 36.
That's right. It smells like a table.
And we need to have a sum of,
and so this is negative 2, and I know we have a slope of negative 2.
We need factors of negative 36,
from here
but
to here,
a sum
I
of,
went from this value to this value, I subtracted 2/3.
what's my linear
From here
term
to
here?
Well, that's going to be another 2/3.
Okay. So that doesn't change. And we have tried 6 and negative 6, and we got a sum of 0.
It's going to be 6/3.
Nope. We have tried 3 and negative 12, and
2,
we've gotten
so the difference from this number
moderately
all the way to this
closer,
number
we
is
got
going to be 2.
9.
And since my slope is negative,
that did not work.
It means the numbers are going down.
What else
If
can I multiply together to get?
I have to add.
Negative
2 plus 2
36.
is a big fat 0. Last problem on this page. What number is 4 times the reciprocal of
Luca?
0.08? All right. So what number is, it's a big old math word, 4 times the reciprocal. So we have a number.
Charlie!
Is means equals 4 times
negative
the reciprocal.
36 and 1. Let's try negative 36
this
and
number
1.
is just going to be 8 over 1.
And so I get a grand total of negative
so
35.
That is going to be
getting colder.
Over 8. Well,
Cooper,
let's reduce.
Negative 2.
Both of these. Oh, sorry. 1.
So we get, in that case, we get positive 16.
4 goes into 2 8
Nope.
times.
You're missing
we have
one.
100 over 2.
Yes,
which is
Cora.
250. I'll recap. I don't feel like that was very well
4
explained.
and
So
9.
my
4
reciprocal
times 9 is 4 times 9, 36.
is 8 over
No
1.
way!
So the reciprocal
So we have 4 and 9. Which one is going to be negative to give us our 5? And
so
what times? So is the 4 negative or is the 9 negative?
4 goes into 8 twice.
If we want a positive
100
5.
divided by 2 is 50. So my answer here
The
is
4
50.
is negative. So negative 4 plus 9 is positive 5. So we have a winner chicken dinner right here. So that means we are going to have our binomial pair of factors. What's 1 times 1
this is
1.
competition
so we
2
have
from the
and we have our 2 numbers
2014-2015
here. We have negative 4.
Mathletics year.
And we have
and
positive
this is the
9.
second page.
And to
of
get
the
my
written
x
round.
squared,
And we're going to start with a
both of
problem
these
that
have to have
I have
an
a
x.
little concern
So
on,
there we
but
go.
I'll explain it in a second.
Now I'm
So
going to go through the second one a
We
little
say
bit
that
quicker.
there are 13 points labeled evenly on a number line going from
So
A
again,
to
I want
L.
a factor,
The coordinates of point A
sum
and L
table.
are 1 and 8 respectively.
and
So
I
have
want
a number
factors
line.
of negative
And
7
I'm
that
gonna
have a,
labeling these
sorry, I
1
want
and 8.
factors of
Now,
negative
I'll
30
tell you my concern right now. L
that have
is
a
the
sum
12th
of
letter in
negative
the
7.
alphabet. And
So
it
I'm just
states
going to list some
13
factors
points.
here.
So I have
We have
I
negative
have
30
some
and 1.
understandable concerns.
We have negative
this
15
problem.
and 2.
But we are going
negative
to go
10
ahead
3,
and make the assumption
and
that there are
finally
13
negative,
spaces.
6 and 5. So
Okay.
negative 30 plus 1
So that is the
is
assumption I'm going to
negative
make when we do that
29.
problem
Nope.
doing the problem using.
Negative 15.
And on my
plus
number
2
line, I
is
clearly
negative
see that
13.
G
Nope.
is the
Negative 10.
how far is G from A?
Oh,
It's
that's
1,
negative
2,
7.
3, 4,
Oh,
5, 6.
That's right. So we know that this is the combination I'm looking for.
6. So I've jumped 6
So I'll
spaces
prepare my
over.
binomial pair of factors.
Right.
I know that to get a
So
1
right
in
now I
front,
know
I
that
have
G
to have
is
1 times
6
1.
of
So both
this
binomial
distance
pairs of factors are
from
going
A.
to start with a 1 as
and
the
I'm
first
also
term.
saying, pretending
Minus 10
that this is the 13th
x,
space.
y, x, because x times x is x squared. And we have
So,
plus 3x. And there we have it.
And in those 13 spaces, I have traveled, so here's my 13 spaces.